No, I don't waste no time.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a new video. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Joshua Dangle George, a social media marketer and online coach, and in this video I'm going to break down for you guys how you can get started with social media marketing in 2020. Now, I've already done a video similar to this back in February. It's July at the time of recording this, but I just wanted to quickly give a bit of an update video on this because my perception has slightly changed, and obviously I'm constantly learning myself. I often refer to myself as like the guinea pig, so I test things out, see what works for myself, and then basically I pass that on to you guys or to those that are in my coaching program. So as you can see here on this virtual whiteboard, fun fact, I haven't actually got a real whiteboard anymore. Used to have one in the office, but I don't actually have one at home. So that's why we're using this virtual whiteboard for now. But as you can see, we've got 4 pillars, if you will. And these are basically the 4 pillars of social media marketing. So what I like to do when I have a business model or a funnel or a flow or anything that I want to map out, I always try and break it down into its simplest form. I try and keep it as simple as possible. I see all these gurus trying to make this sound extremely complex just to confuse you and to sort of try and impress you with their knowledge and skills. But to be fair, social media marketing is extremely simple. It's just a service-based business model where you offer your services to clients in exchange for a monthly retainer. So as you can see, these are the 4 pillars of social media marketing, and the first pillar is obviously outreach. So you need to be reaching out to businesses to see if they actually need your help. Let me just quickly erase that and go for a black font. Where do we change that? Here we go. So I think it's black now. No, it's still grey. Okay, fair enough. We have to stick with grey for now then. So O for outreach. So the first pillar of social media marketing is reaching out, outreach. You need to be reaching out to a bunch of businesses. Again, we'll get into the niche picking, etc. in a later stage of this video. But the first pillar, the first thing you need to do before anything else is to reach out to businesses. I see a lot of people getting stuck with this, where they build the website, they are unsure about what to do because they don't know how to get results for clients, etc. And I always say, guys, like just focus on the outreach first, and all the rest will fall into place. And I've done the exact same. I've made this exact mistake myself. When I first started out in 2016, I got into what I like to call the website mentality, where I decided, okay, I want to start social media marketing. So the first thing I did was I googled how to build a website, because I thought, okay, if I am an agency, I need this fancy looking website. But I did not know how to build a website, and I didn't have the money at the time to get someone else to build the website, because I actually spent all my money on online courses. So I spent the first month basically trying to figure out how to build a website with WordPress. I watched all the videos on YouTube, etc. Finally built a website after like a month of trying to figure it all out, and then I saw this YouTube video of a guy that had a lead magnet. I had no idea what a lead magnet was at the time, so again went back into discovery mode, started looking into lead magnets. Then I literally wrote out an entire ebook on like the 10 steps that businesses go wrong or make, the 10 mistakes that businesses make with social media marketing. So I've written an entire ebook. Then I tried to figure out how to actually sell it as a lead magnet, and before I knew it, I was like 3-4 months down the line, and not a single business was reached out to, not a single message was sent to a potential client. So if you are starting out, the first thing you need to do is outreach. Okay, again, like I said, we will get into how to do that and how to pick a niche, etc. in a late stage of the video, but I just want to start with the 4 pillars here. So the first pillar is outreach. The second pillar is sales. Okay, so you reach out to a business, and then the second pillar is you need to sell that business on your service. The easiest way to do this is literally ask them, okay, where are you now? where do you want to be, and if you think that the service that you are offering can take them from A to B, then you offer your service. Then we've got project management, which is literally what it says. You are managing the project, so each individual client is or can be seen as an individual project, and you need to manage that. So you need to make sure that the client is happy, that he is getting reports every now and again or updates every now and again, that basically all of the demands, quote unquote, of the client are being met, KPIs are being hit, and so on and so forth. And then the last pillar is project development, and that is actually you getting the results for the client. So actually running the Facebook ads, if that is what you're offering, actually building the website, if that's what you're offering, actually post it on the socials, again, if that is what you are offering. Okay, so this is SMMA in its simplest form: outreach, sales, project management, project development. Okay, now I have said that this will be you before while explaining this, but that does not necessarily mean that you need to be doing every single one of these pillars. So for example, with outreach, you can have appointment setters. Let me just see if I can actually change this color now. No, still gray. Still can't figure out how to change it. Has it got something to do with something here? Ah, there we go. So that's black. So I'll quickly erase this. Click on the eraser. There we go. Okay. So, like I said, you can get appointment setters to set appointments for you. You can find data miners that will find email addresses for you. You can even run Facebook ads to generate meetings, etc. There are so many ways of doing outreach. That does not necessarily need to be you manually reaching out to these businesses. Okay, same goes for sales. You can get a high ticket closer to do the work for you, to close the client for you. You can even just get a sales team that does it for you, and this can all be on commission basis. So for example, the appointment setter, you can say, okay, you will get 10% of the first month for setting the appointments if the client actually closes. Then the high ticket closer, again, you can say, okay, you get 20% recurring or 40% of the first month, for example. I'm just making up basically numbers out loud here. The way my business now is set up, that I've just got a full-time employee that basically manages most of the front end for me, and I'm extremely grateful for that. But when you're starting out, this is something that you can look into. Then project management, which is basically managing of the client, speaking to the client, communication, etc. You can just hire a VA to do this, and this does not have to be expensive. You've got VAs for anywhere from $1 to $3 an hour, depending on where they are based, how fluent they are in English, how much experience they've got, and so on and so forth. So you can get a VA to do the communication with the client. And in terms of project development, again, it sort of does depend on what service you are offering. I am offering Facebook ads and basically funnel generation, etc. But my main core offer is Facebook ads, and I currently do this myself, so I'm actually the one that's running the ads on the back end. But you can also just get a media buyer to do this on your behalf, and a good media buyer will be a little bit more expensive. Most media buyers that I have dealt with nowadays are anywhere between $500 to $800 a month. If your media buyer is more expensive than this, they will need to be able to back that up with good results. But anywhere between $500 and $800 a month is the normal price for a decent media buyer. Now, quick disclaimer with the media buyer, if because obviously there are a lot of people nowadays that claim to be a media buying expert, a Facebook ads expert, etc. When you are speaking to a potential media buyer, always ask to see the business manager, always ask to see their portfolio, and always give them analyst access to your client and ask them to give a detailed report on what they would do if they actually basically got that client off you. So if you outsource that client to the media buyer, what they would do in that situation. If you think, okay, this guy's the real deal, and basically this pillar does not cost you more than 50%. So if this can be outsourced for less than 50% of the retainer, then do it. If not, then I would not go for it, because you want a healthy profit margin at the end of everything. Basically because it's your agency. You are actually building out this agency. Okay, so that is it in terms of the 4 pillars. Is there a way to scroll down further, or is there a way to move this up? There we go. Okay, so that is moved up. And then, so these are this is literally social media marketing in its purest form, the 4 pillars of social media marketing. So when you are starting out, what I would recommend doing, because again, the mistake that I made was that I created the website, I tried to figure out how to set up a lead magnet, I wrote an ebook and stuff like that. What I would do in your situation when starting out, or if I had to start from scratch again now, what I would do is I would create a Facebook profile. Okay, so not a business profile, not a Facebook business page, not like that, just a personal profile. And on that personal profile, you'll have a cover photo that looks professional. I would remove all tags, so you in photos of parties and friends, etc. So remove all the tags. Why? Because you want this to look as professional as possible. By the way, you can also do LinkedIn if you'd rather do that. So LinkedIn is the next one, but Facebook business profile for me, Facebook profile, sorry, not a business page, anything like that. What we're going to basically do is build out a profile funnel. So Facebook profile with a professional looking image, a cover photo that explains what you do. So you can have a cover photo with text that says, I help realtors get more leads for, or more buyers and sellers, etc. for their estate agents or something like that. Okay, and then another thing you can actually have is a featured image. Okay, so a featured image is basically what you have on the left hand side just under your bio. It's just a quick image that you can upload and basically explains again what you can do for your clients. Okay, so this is what you've got on your Facebook profile. So the number one thing that you can do is the Facebook profile or a LinkedIn profile. Okay, the second thing I want you to do is to pick a service. Yeah, in fact, you can actually pick 2 services. Okay, max. So pick 2 max services. Why? Because we want to sort of niche down what we actually offer them. We don't want to be a jack of all trades here. We don't want to offer SEO, Pinterest, Instagram, blog posts, VA services, social media management, funnel building, etc. Okay, pick 2 services. Why? Because it will be much easier for you in the long run to manage this as a business. So yes, you might have the time now to basically take on all of these different types of services, but just imagine if you've got like 8-9 clients all requesting all these different types of services, you're going to be all over the place. So just pick 2 services max. So for me, if I had to start again, it would be Facebook ads and funnel building. So I'll just put let's see, funnel B. Okay, so funnel building and Facebook ads. Those would be the 2 services that I would offer. You can do social media management, website design. It completely depends on what you want to offer and what kind of agency you want to be, but that is basically what I would choose. Okay, so Facebook ads and funnel building. So now we've got our profile set up. We've got our 2 services or 1 service. You can also just pick 1 service. That is completely fine. So we now have our social presence. We've got our service. Now it's time to actually start with the first pillar, which is outreach. So we need to start reaching out to potential businesses. What I would do is I would look into cold email outreach. Why? Because it's just effective. Okay, you can reach out to the owner of any type of business. There's so many different apps for this and plugins. I use hunter.io to basically see, like for example, this website is called awwapp.com. And as you can see here, we've got hello@awwapp.com, info at, and then this is the CMO, which is Dorita or Dorota, not sure how you pronounce that. So as you can see here, these are emails that I can use to reach out to this software and say, listen, I can run Facebook ads for you guys. Okay, so hunter.io was what you can use. With our agency now, the entire outreach part is automated / outsourced. We've got like this hybrid automation going on. For those of you that are in the coaching program, you guys will know what I mean. But for those of you that are just starting out, start off with cold email or look into Facebook groups. Why? Because regardless of the niche or industry, there are always Facebook groups of that niche or industry. So for example, if you're going to reach out to spas, there are groups, Facebook groups of spa owners that are basically sharing ideas. Okay, if you are reaching out to realtors, again, there's real estate Facebook groups out there of realtors, basically sharing ideas and helping each other out. So it's true what they say. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So everyone that is entrepreneurial, that has their own business, will want to basically surround themselves with other like-minded people, so people that are in the same industry and business. I'm the same. I am always trying to get in contact with successful agency owners, just to pick their brains, to share my knowledge and experience, but also get knowledge and experience back from them. So find Facebook groups and find the groups that they are most likely to be in. Okay, so you've got email and you've got Facebook groups. Okay, and then the third one, which is a sort of low-hanging fruit, if you will, is freelancer websites. Why? Because people that put up job posts on freelancer websites are actively looking for people like you to take on their services. So you no longer need to convince these businesses that they need Facebook ads, they need social media management, they need a new website, because they already know that, and that is why they've put up a job post on these freelancer websites, asking for someone to help them. Okay, so the one I like to use is called Upwork, and yes, there are a lot of people that have like Upwork courses and stuff like that. I actually just have a free beginner course that basically explains the entire Upwork business model, and if you want access to that, all you need to do, well, there's 2 ways of getting it. Basically, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on that little bell icon, and I actually run YouTube ads, like YouTube pre-roll ads, literally on like €1 or €2 a day. It's not on special. I run ads to my subscriber list, so you'll basically get an advertisement explaining how you can get access to my course. You might have already seen the advertisements, or you can request access to my free lifestyle design Facebook group. It will be linked below. It's the same course, because I've gotten that question a lot. It's the same course, the one in the Facebook group is the same course as the course that you get if you watch the advertisements, but like I said, it explains the entire Upwork business model, how to get onto the platform, how to apply for jobs, and how to actually get clients through Upwork. Okay, so we now understand the 4 pillars. We now understand how to build a social presence, so a Facebook profile, for example, or a LinkedIn profile. We have now picked a service or 2 services, and we now have 3 methods of reaching out to potential business owners, or with a freelancer website, or not potential business owners, to potential clients. And then with the freelancer website, we've actually found a client that is actively seeking your help. Okay, now before we actually wrap up this video, I want to share with you guys basically a concept that I see a lot of other, let's say, gurus frown upon, because they say it's unnecessary, it's not needed. But when you are starting out, you literally have nothing. Okay, and one of the main issues that I see a lot of people have when starting out is that they are hit with the question, okay, send over your portfolio. Why? Because I'm the same. I've just told you to do the same thing, is to ask for portfolio material when you are in contact with a freelancer or someone that's going to take over the Facebook ads. So you will get hit with this question as well. People will ask you, okay, show your portfolio. What previous experience have you got? So when starting out, if you have the time, I would highly recommend to offer a free trial. Okay, now I don't mean to do free work from this point onwards and hope that someday someone will say, listen, I will pay you for it. What I want you to do is, for example, in those Facebook groups, you can do it on email as well if you want, or freelancer websites if you want as well, but go to these Facebook groups and explain that you are a digital marketer, that you have the knowledge and you have the work ethic, but basically you don't have the experience. Okay, so what you lack in experience, you basically compromise with knowledge. Okay, so you know exactly what to do, you just haven't got the previous experience to back it up. Okay, and then offer 4 people, so a max of 4 people, the opportunity to work with you in exchange, so it also mentioned that the time is less than, let's say, 4 weeks. You can say 2 weeks, completely up to you. 2 weeks, 1 month, anything like that. So for a limited time, you are opening doors for 4 business owners within the niche to work with you for free in exchange for a testimonial video, and that you can use their so basically their business manager as portfolio material. Okay, so you will be doing 1 month's work for free, and you'll get a video testimonial, and you are allowed to use their business manager to show other potential clients. Now, there's 2 reasons why I want you to do this. Number 1, because it's the easiest way to get a client. Why? Because it's free. Okay, so there's no risk on their part. You can literally do this and get a client by the end of this evening. But the main thing that I want you to learn here as well is to actually go through the process of onboarding the client, of experiencing what it's like to actually set up the 4 pillars, to actually have all of this up and running, to have the agency up and running, to experience what it's like to run the ads, etc. Okay, so yes, you will need to do this yourself. You can't outsource it because you will be out of pocket, but this will give you the experience that none of these courses and gurus can basically give you, because you're now doing it yourself, and the confidence that you'll build up from this is priceless. Okay, because every single time you speak to a business owner from that point onwards and they hit you with a question, you can just say, well, listen, the previous client had this and this, I combated this, or I tackled this by doing this and that. And then if they say, okay, well, let's see your portfolio, you can just send them the case study. Say, listen, this is what I've done for client A, you are client B, I can do the same for you, sign your name on a dotted line. Okay, so that is why I recommend a free trial when starting out. And yes, there are a lot of people that say, yeah, but people that opt in for a free trial, they will never become a paying client. But that is not what we're trying to achieve here. We are literally going to part ways in a month's time. And yes, there might also be some of you guys that are doing such a good job for this client that the client literally says, listen, let's continue with this, I want to pay you for this, but we're not going to go into this thinking that that's going to be the outcome. Okay, the outcome is experience, portfolio material, and a testimonial. So in 4 weeks time, you will 100% part ways, well, let's say 99% part ways, because like I said, there are always going to be businesses that will want to continue with you. But this is why I recommend the free trial. Okay, experience, portfolio material, and the testimonial video that you can show to the next clients. It's like almost a boot camp, if you will, for social media marketing, because from that moment onwards, after you finish there for that first client, you can go out and actually get a real client, and then if they ask for a portfolio, you've got it, and that way you will get everything up and running sooner rather than later. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you got something out of it. Leave a comment down below for those of you that are starting out and have some additional questions about this, or if you want to actually have my help with all of this. I have my own coaching program where I literally take you on as a client and I help you build up the agency from the inside out. So I'll show you how to get your first client, how to get results for that client, how to build out your agency, automate it and scale it so that you too can live life on your own terms. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. Like the video if you got something out of it, comment down below what you'd like to see from this channel next, subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you all in the next video.